Hello and welcome to Warlordnipple's Let's Play of Hegemony Gold Wars of Ancient Greece. This is our fourth video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will be jumping right in here. Just to recap, last time we took this land from Athens, and I believe a few of the cities were from this guy. What's his city's names? Tyrants of Pherae, yeah, the southern cities. These southern cities were Tyrants of Pherae. Athens has landed. As you can see, he's landed much farther south. They don't try to go all the way up to your homeland if they can reach your cities farther south. So that's going to be very helpful. We're not going to have to worry about Athenians landing up here quite as often. And we will be going to Oloson soon to take over their city. We need that for cannons. 100 years earlier, the inhabitants of Oloson fought with the Spartans at Thermopylae, but in the years since they have been overrun by the Thessalians in the south. If Phillip was to liberate Oloson, it would secure both sides of the north-south pass through the Cambunian range, making it far easier to transport the food and organized units necessary for operations in northern Thessaly. That's this area. I just went this way, but I could have gone through here. The mathematician Politis also resides in the city. His expertise in catapult mechanics would make him a useful addition to Philip's newly formed group of catapult engineers. And I'm not sure if I need 2 guys for catapult engineering or just 1. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweep this area. I'm obviously going to take Oloson, and then I'm going to sweep and take out the Thessalian League, because Metropolis is a special thing. What does it get us? Cletus, Metropolis will never rebel. Yeah, a lot of these are easy to keep, and Metropolis in this city can very easily not rebel too. And that'll give us little... the Athenians are engaging the Tyrants. But this will give us a front so that we can hold this area while we go up here and take back our homeland over here. And we can either go to here or here. These are both pretty good. No, here isn't very good, but this is a good spot to hold. Obviously, what you want to do is get all the way over to the Balkans, and then you can... This area is very easy to hold. I guess it's not very easy, because these islands are all owned by the Athenians, and they will launch little invasions, but you can take the islands. What prevents them from launching as many invasions? Let's get the sheep up in that area, and let's send this phalangite over to take this watchtower. The Athenians and the Tyrants fighting each other. Fantastic. Let's see who... Let's attach him to that city. No, let's pull this back, otherwise they'll turn around. Hypus. All my units aren't regenerating, which is kind of annoying, but it looks like the Athenians took out the Tyrants, so let's send our phalangites and Hypus up to take them out. They're getting attacked by this tower. So you can see them bracing, and they're slowly losing their men, and my Peltas will be attacking them now. And their Peltas are about to get hit by the Hypus. Let's have these guys run away. Run, 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 run. And oh, the Hypus are running at us. They're going to try and capture it, or keep us from stop moving. But they are going to quickly get destroyed because we are going to pull out our companion cavalry. And we just got a bunch of new slaves. Fantastic. Now let's move everyone. Oh gosh, I don't want that to happen. Let's get everyone up to Oloson as quickly as we can. Take that out. Yeah, they're going after my siege equipment, but we can just capture these guys, get all of our slaves back, and we will let this watch... We don't really need that watchtower rebuild. We'll start moving our guys over. Let's bring out the Amphictyonites before we have a general. Looks like they have a hoplite brigade there. we engage them, I think that they might send the guys out. This critter's been defeated. Yeah, they're engaging over here. Are they trying to siege the city? No, they're just standing near it. Yeah, they took out their guys, so they're trying to engage. Let's get our companions engaging these Peltis. And these Phalangites seem to be doing okay. It's not great that they have some guys inside that wall. They do not have any food. Oh, and that group fled. They must have not had any food when they came out. So let's level up these guys. Another level of logistics. And we took out those Peltis with our companions. Now let's run around here. Oh, yep, we got them. And these Peltis are going to lose. They all went back inside, but they don't have any manpower. I mean, they don't have any food, excuse me. So we're going to send our guys up to deal with these guys coming back, and we'll bring our Peltis down that we have in this garrison here. And let's get our cavalry past this group. They might engage a little bit, but we can still have them engage the Peltis, anyone who gets past. We should have changed their formation, but they fled anyway, and we're going to kill these Peltis very quickly. Yep, we got them. We've got lots of people captured now. Our siege equipment was attacked, but we will be able to repair that, and there's 2 more hoplites coming. Oh gosh. Let's get back in the city. These guys are going to harass the Phalangites here, and we're just going to garrison everyone up in the city. Who has a lot of people? There we go, Edessa. So now he's going to have to engage this city. Let's upgrade initiative and engineering. I'm just going to get companions all up on everything. And these Peltis no longer need to come down and help, so they're going to start taking back these mines. Is this guy going to go after my siege equipment, or... Yeah, he's going after my siege equipment, but he didn't make it. Oh, those guys died. So now he just has these few hoplites. He's probably, yeah, he has no people in these cities. Gosh, they are seriously attacking me. I'm going to bring my Phalangites down. Looks like these Peltis are about to flee. I'm going to engage these hoplites. See, it's very hard for them to siege the city. They've only taken out 200, and we still have tons of guys in the city, and they're losing guys fast. But I do want to send... So they've run out of manpower, that's why we're going to engage them as much as we can. They have really overcommitted. Aluson will never rebel. Palladius has arrived in Aluson. Let's see what we need for catapult engineering. All we need is Palladius in Pella. He's pretty close too. Let's get him out of there. Get him up to Pella, and then we'll be able to build catapults right here. And let's get our cavalry down and start engaging the rest of the Thessalian League. This needs to get connected. There we go. We just have tons of slaves now. This will be great for our mining industry. He's got everyone engaged in the siege now. I'm going to bring these guys down. Now he's going to move all of his guys up, which is a terrible idea, because I'm going to bring out my guys and engage these Peltis. And then I'm going to engage these hoplites from both directions. See, I've got... These guys are still coming out, so they're having trouble engaging. There they go. And now we're going to engage the hoplites from the other direction. They're going to flee very quickly. Now we're sending up more hoplites. Small countries like this, these are both rather small because they have less than 10 cities, tend to do this, they don't have enough cities to really defend very well, so they end up burning through all of their manpower. And what we might do is might make a push all the way to Lamia before we even come back up here and fight. Because Pharaoh is burning all of his manpower, and he has some great cities and some great objectives to take. The prize and the land of Myrmidons, which is where the shrine to Achilles is. We get a general. I don't think the general's all that good, but it is nice to have this land. There's some shrines, some farms, lots of watchtowers. Athens is right here. Athens controls this region, basically. And there's a bunch of mountains right here, so if we just defend this city, it's very easy to defend all of this land except against Athens. But we just crushed this group of guys. Let's make sure they get captured. Oh, they both got captured. Fantastic. And we'll be engaging these hoplites. No, stop. Oh, it looks like he's bringing cavalry over. I think companions are strong enough that they can engage these guys now. They do have 25 people. So let's get our Amphictyons over there, and let's get our slaves over to this mine. Do we have them? They need to be recruiting. They can recruit from here. It's very nice. We now have 2 access points into Larissa. It's the benefit of having multiple points, so if someone lands here, we can get people in. And is this the Tyrants? The Tyrants came up here to land 1 troop. Very weird. I don't really want to pull that phalangite. I'm trying to figure out. I think I'll get a phalangite here. Yeah, he just has Peltus. I'll just get a phalangite here and save it for later. This is annoying, but I have plenty of... he's not going to be able to take any cities. Alright, yeah, I engaged his cavalry and totally destroyed it. Companion cavalry are some of the stronger cavalry in the game. Finish them off before the other Peltus get here. There we go. Whew, that was close. We're going to go in column formation. There we go. We're going to squeeze right by these 2 armies and engage these guys. They're going to. They might not engage them. This red thing is what's bothering them. There we go. Where are our troops? They're coming down. It's a good idea to keep all your troops together. I didn't do that. It's foolish. Oh, they're hypus. That's why we're doing so well. Yes, these phalangites are ready to come down. I didn't realize they hadn't already depleted all of their manpower. They had just depleted it from this city. Looks like we have quite a bit of slaves ready to be captured. So we're going to grab those. Mine's linked already. And he just left on his boats, so we're not going to use this phalangite for anything. Looks like this city is out of manpower. And let's engage these Peltus, and then we're going to turn around and engage the city. I just leveled up, fantastic. Another heroics boost. Even though they're very low on manpower, we can still get behind these units and force them to lower their or force them to flee, because we've got them on several sides. Great if these guys would come down, though. Phillip of Macedon was defeated. It's not great, but we brought down our Amphictyons, and we have our... Let's get to send his guys right in there. Let's get these guys back healed. Get our Peltus down. That's what we were missing. We needed some Peltus. Oh, he engaged over here with his Thessalian cavalry. That's very annoying. Looks like our Amphictyonites are holding. And our Peltas are coming down. And our Phalangites just defeated another army. And now we're going to engage this army from behind. And this should be basically all of his manpower. I don't know how he would maintain any more manpower than this. Oh, but I can build catapults now, can't I? Oh no, the Scholar is still on his way. Where are the companions? They're in Pydna. Alright, that's fine, I suppose. I'm gonna wait for Phillip to regenerate before. I like to keep the companions with Phillip. They're good on their own, but I like to have Phillip there at all times. And now from these cities, some of these cities that won't ever rebel, that means they are friendly cities, and you can recruit people from them. They're called allied instead of mercenaries, which makes them a little cheaper. They can't gain experience because no one besides your own faction's units can gain experience, but it does make them a much more reasonable level of cheapness. Usually what I'll do with these cities is I will recruit allied spearmen because they're crazy cheap. They cost just the same as yours, and then I'll garrison them in cities that will rebel. It's like these spearmen cost 30, so I'll recruit like 1 or 2 and then put them in the city, and then I just leave them there because spearmen are so terrible at fighting that it ends up being beneficial because they're just there as a garrison basically. But it looks like we defeated this unit. We now have another group of slaves, and we can engage these Peltas. Where are our Phalangites? Let's send them over here to engage. And we'll send Peltas out. Yes, we just got catapult engineering. Now we can build more catapults. We'll pop them out of here. Alright, so move into central Thessaly. Let's see what this objective even was. I didn't realize we completed it. You have moved into central Thessaly and captured the cities of Pharkadon and Krananon. They will not rebel. And it just makes this city and this city never rebel, which is fantastic. You know, I could have probably used these Phalangites somewhere else. So, how about we move them closer to the front in the east, in the west, I mean. After we get these slaves captured. And now we have a big group of slaves. Let's max it out. There we go. That's 40 slaves. Let's send them up to... Let's just send all these slaves up to the fort that they're being stationed at. Gosh, he has a lot of guys. That's the rough part about playing on hard, is they generate so many guys. If you play on medium or easy, they won't be able to generate this much manpower. Alright, looks like he pulled back his forces. I'll recruit those guys from there. We're going to send these guys... Oh yeah, he's pulling back all of his Thessalian forces. They were quite annoying. But we can start connecting these mines. These the Hypus? Yeah, they are. They must not be recruiting from somewhere. Winter storms approach. That's fantastic for us because we don't really have any boats. All that means is that once winter hits, all your boats in open water take damage over time, and that means that the Athenians won't be attacking us. They take a lot of damage over time. You can move them a little bit, but you can't move them very far, and the computer just never moves them. Alright, it looks like he's probably going to engage this city, and we can let that city just slowly damage him. If he engages this city, we might have a problem. Or the Amphictyonites. There they are. The annoying thing about them is they're not one of our faction's units, and they can only recruit from Larissa, so I try not to make too many people recruit from Larissa because you can only get them. You can only get the Amphictyonites recruited from there. let's move our siege equipment up. Let's get a couple more catapults. Catapults cost the same no matter where you get them, so you can generally move them up all the time. Like put them on the front, or recruit them from the front lines. Usually if my catapults get destroyed, I'll just delete the ones wherever they're recruiting and build new ones in the front lines. But Alasan is very, very important for that reason. And it looks like he is going to harass these farms, and he might try and take this town unless I get someone inside. This guy is not moving very fast. Trying to keep him out of the way. He's going to have to engage. That's not good. Let's get the Hypus down here, and we will be pulling the companion cavalry because they are so fast. They can get down here and take out some Peltas for us. They even start at 24. They're like these other units start at 40, and these guys are going to collapse and they're going to be rerouted into the city. We'll just leave our Hypus there. Actually, you know what? We're just going to let the we're just going to let them try and defend the city because I want to take out this guy. So we're going to move all of our guys over. I'm just going to ignore this front, basically. These manpower are going to run away, and they're going to be rebuilt in the city, which means the city will have siege defense. Let's put them in the tower, in this fort for now, to protect all the slaves that we've acquired. Let's capture some more slaves. Oh, that's why he's not recruiting. I didn't connect it this way. Let's connect it that way. That's easier. It's easier to connect the from your base direction. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna... Oh, he's just gonna leave his Peltas all out here. Let's actually send out our cavalry and just engage his Peltas really fast. Looks like his units aren't really moving very quickly. We're just gonna engage a few Peltas and then run away. Let's get back inside before we... There we go, we took out 2 Peltas, lost 1 cavalry. Not sure why this guy isn't getting back inside. He might die. It's very stupid of him. Yep. And we're just going to leave these guys to recruit until this general can be built. And then we're going to use all 3 of these to engage this metropolis city. Ooh, let's add these objectives. Metropolis, Northwest Sicily. Trica, and capture Metropolis. What is Trica? Trica becomes yours and will never rebel. Okay, all these cities basically never rebel for us, which is fantastic. Yeah, and we get a general. Cletus is a pretty good general. I'm pretty sure. And gives us 100 gold. Gold's always nice. This is almost done recruiting. This is very sad. These guys are just not able to do anything, and now they're getting attacked from multiple directions. We don't have this farm? Why didn't we capture this farm? Recruit faster, you! And we're going to take all of their farms over. So we're just holding these guys off, and they're losing a lot of guys. These guys are probably fully formed regiments, and that's like all the regiments that were over here. They're just like really losing all of their manpower. It's not helpful for them at all. I really want them to go away though, because I can put these slaves in these mines. Oh, this isn't connected. Let's connect that. And let's go ahead. We don't have any food. That's because this place doesn't really have any food. Does this place have food? Yeah, they do. Let's move them over there. Ah, crap. Wasn't paying attention. Let's try and engage as quickly as possible. We're going to lose a couple of those. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose at least one of those groups. We've already lost it. But we saved one. These guys can engage units, they just don't do a very good job of it. We have one of our old siege equipment's back up. Phalangites just leveled up. Fantastic. Let's give them some more logistics. Let them consume a little bit less food. And his cavalry is just getting decimated. And our units are coming. Oh, yes, we stopped them all. It's fantastic. We're right outside their city and we're stopping them from getting inside so they can't regenerate manpower. Let's move these up to start engaging the city. And he's going to lose even more cavalry and more men. Can we stop those? No, we couldn't stop those. But we probably will be able to stop these. Yes, we stopped most of them. Fantastic. Let's get our guys engaging the city. Looks like they have a little bit of cavalry up there. We'll have him engage the city up there. And we'll send our guys to take these watchtowers, and I think I'll end this video once we capture these cities. It looks like... oh, he's coming in. Well, where is our phalangite? Let's send him up. What does he got? Some hoplites, some scout cavalry, some peltas. Peltas could give us trouble, but I'm pretty sure the phalangites will... I mean, I know the phalangites will be able to handle the hoplites. We captured Metropolis, and we need to capture the fort at Ortha. Let's turn this camera. If we capture this fort, then we will... Metropolis will never rebel, and we have to build the Metropolis watchtower. Where is that? We're already... oh, it's already been built, and we're capturing it right now. Let's go north and take this town out, and whatever is built here can go south and take the fort. There's some peltas right here. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to engage the peltas with these guys. I don't need to capture the farm that desperately. It is annoying that there's a peltas there. They probably killed at least 9 or 10 guys. They're out of manpower, though. These guys will not really regenerate, and they'll be killed. Pythion has recovered, or Pythion. We'll put him on the Amethyites and bring him over to capture this fort. And then in our next video we'll move into Pherae. I like to keep choke points. Choke points are the best thing in this game. It means you can spend very little money to defend an area. Let's grab this watchtower. They have 2 mines over here, which are great, since we have so many slaves captured from this campaign because he's maneuvered his troops so poorly. There's 18 here, 17 there. And let's just send 2 out. And we will move the guys in there, over here. We'll lose some gold in the short term, but I'm being lazy. Let's grab this farm. And this will be the last of this guy, unless he rebels. Oh, he can't even rebel, really, can he? Yeah, he can't rebel, so this is the last of this guy forever. Because all of his cities are allied to me. And let's grab some slaves. Looks like the Phocians have captured it. Trekka has become yours. Trekka will never rebel. All I had to do was capture Trekka for that objective. You've captured Trekka. You now control the dominant city-state in northwest Thessaly. Fantastic. Trekka can connect to Tymphia, and now we can get some food flowing from here so that the front will have food. Let's repair some of these mines and get our catapults over to this city so that we can begin our assault on Pherae. This is definitely, Pharsalus is definitely the main city in the region. Clearly a large population. It has 3 generals in it, and it's clearly generating a lot of hoplites. Once we take it, most of the other cities are quite far away. So we'll probably be able to take that, then maybe Lemia, and then move east. Keep capturing slaves. It's one thing they improved in the Rome hegemony, is they automatically continue capturing slaves. Now here's a new faction. We're going to just explore over there. Captured Metropolis. Just discovered a bunch of things. We captured Metropolis, got our gold. Let's see how good Cletus was. Cletus is okay. Not that great, I thought he was better. But all these cities will never rebel, so we don't need to station troops in them, and we have tons of mines now connected to them, which is fantastic. Pull back our troops, get them all reorganized at this city. Where is our cavalry? Oh, it's in here. We'll have Phillip back, ready for the assault, and we'll have all these tiny little miners ready too. That'll be great. And we'll have 3... No, we're actually going to have 4 catapults. I like to have 4. 4 is a good number for some reason. It ends up allowing you to take places quite quickly. I wish the slaves would just merge themselves. I clearly want you all merged. I'm only going to use you as a whole big group. Let's send the slaves up to the fort. Slaves also don't use food. Slaves and workers neither use food. They can carry the food, but they won't use it. Alright, let's have that mine get built, and you guys can go over to this fort. Winter is usually a good time to fight for the Greeks. In other times it's hard to live, but Greece is so close to the ocean that it makes the land very good for fighting during this time because it's not too cold. You can't really sail and launch a campaign overseas, but fighting in Greece will generally happen in the winter because you just got all the food from fall. So most of your cities are chock full of food. If we go to our homeland, they'll be very full of food. The bottom bar is the food bar when I'm hovering over these. Let's get him back to the city. Put slaves in there. And take that watchtower too. It's nice the Illyrians haven't really bothered me. Oh gosh, what is the scout cavalry doing? Looks like the Paeonians are coming to annoy me though. Some of the phalangites that I have here and the Peltus will be enough to deal with this. I'm going to deal with this and then I'm going to end the video. And the next video will be again our assault on the Tyrants of Pherae. Really need to get my really need to get these guys in position. They are charging these Peltus. We are going to send them back in the city. Oh, they didn't charge the Peltus. We're not getting them back in the city. And they put their archers in a really bad position. The phalangites will be able to directly engage them. Their cavalry is not very good versus phalangites. Run south. There we go. Let's engage several of their archers. Archers will flee very quickly. But their archers are so good from range. It's just brutal. There are so many of them is the problem. Peltus actually do more damage, but the archers, they come in 25 groups and they can fire from so far away. But they only launch one of these invasions every once in a while, so it's pretty easy to repel them and then let your guys up here regenerate. We will accumulate slaves and get all of our Peltus back in the city. these slaves will be able to be put in these mines. There are a lot of mines around here. Let's grab some more sheep. Alright, so do these both have... these both have... I'm checking if these phalangites both have leaders. They do. Alright. This phalangite doesn't. This phalangite will get this leader. Alright, now he's moving some guys up to engage me for some reason. And Phillip is back with his companions. Alright. Yeah, and that's the only people invading us right now. So that'll be fine. Next video, we will engage these guys down here. These guys coming to attack us foolishly. And we will destroy them and march on their lands for foolishly deciding that they should try and attack our city. Actually, I'm going to probably just bypass them, and they can let them engage and then force them to come attack us. What I mean by that is I'm not going to engage them here. I'm going to let them deal with the city, and I'm going to send all my troops straight to his city. Let's get the slaves. Now let's get the slaves in this mine. And we'll discover this objective really fast. Peltas are also pretty good at exploring. This guy's going to flee really quickly because he doesn't have any food, though. Issues with Arcania. They don't have too many objectives. They're pretty easy to defeat, really, too. They don't have any good special units. Alright, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe if you like my videos.